I'll now call this meeting of the Benton County Board of Education to order. Will you please rise with me? We had the blessing done by Mr. Clement earlier, so if you will join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Livingston.
Here.
Mr. Winters.
Here.
Mr. Hyatt.
Yes.
Ms. Benton. Here. Ms. Arnold. Here. Mr. Hedge.
Here.
Mr. Mills.
Here.
Ms. Douglas. Here. Mr. Marks. Mr. Blue.
Here.
Mr. Thornton.
Here.
Mr. Hargis.
Here.
11 present, 1 absent. Next on our agenda is the approval of the agenda. Remember, that includes the approval of the consent agenda, which is approval of September minutes, approval of substitutes pending background checks, approving October 17th, 2024 as School Custodian Appreciation Day, which is a new trust day, approval of an overnight trip for the JAG Leadership Conference in Washington, D.C., December the 4th through the 8th of 2024. We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion on any of that? I didn't see a substitute list.
I don't think they've sent one from Staff EZ. I'll get that. I don't know that would tell me we don't have any.
Any further questions? If not, we will vote. All those in favor of approving the agenda and the consent agenda, please say aye. All opposed, please say no. The ayes have it. The agenda has passed. The next item of business is the approval of tenure candidates.
Make a motion to approve the ones that was presented for tenure.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the tenure candidates. Do you want to say?
Those candidates are Olivia Fowler Sanders, that teaches at Briarwood School, Mr. Tracy Baker, that teaches at the Career and Technical Center, and Mr. Daniel Armstrong, that's a supervisor here at the Board of Education for grades K through 5. And they come highly recommended by our team.
Any other discussion? If there's not, we will vote. All those in favor of approving our tenure candidates, please say aye. All opposed, please say no. The next item is the Building and Property Committee report. Mr. Robert, do you want to read that for us?
The Building Property Maintenance Committee met on Thursday, September the 26th, 2024 at 6 p.m. in the Board of Education Support Center conference room. Those present were myself, Shawnee Kennan, Mark Hargis, Judy Arnold, Betty Jo Douglas, Marco Winters, Tim Hyatt, Brent Edge, Brad Mills, Justin Thornton, Mark Clark, Director of School, Bobby Cox, ESG, and David Reeves, ESG. And the committee met to discuss the following items. Update on current capital projects, the Camden Junior High roof replacement, and Camden Elementary renovation or replacement. And after discussion, we adjourn. Make a motion to approve this motion for motion.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to approve the Building and Property Committee report. Is there any discussion on this or about that meeting? If there is no further discussion, we will vote. All those in favor of approving the Building and Property Committee report, please say aye. All opposed, please say no. Ayes have it. We have approved this committee report. The next item of business is the approval of the TISA accountability report submission. We have a motion?
Yes.
Mr. Hart, do we have a second?
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve the TISA accountability report submission. Mr. Lawrence, do you want to explain?
Well, first of all, when I worked on the agenda, it had submission, but Ms. Miller took it on herself with some help from the team, but she pretty well took charge. And so she actually finished it. The TISA accountability report, this will go on the website. So it is I want to be politically correct, it is a report that we have to submit to the state to show them how we're spending TISA dollars. And so we also have to have 3 goals, up to 3 goals, and one of them has to be 3rd grade literacy. So you can look, it has to, by 2030, you have to have 70% achievement. So you have to do calculations, and that's where that is. You will see that, I think this year it was supposed to be 40, and we were a little over 34. I'm not looking at it, so we did not meet that. That's obviously we continue to work towards that. That is on the TCAP. Remember that. That's not, but so we will continue to work towards those goals. You can read through that. And then the other 2 goals is ACT. I think our goal was 34. We were like 31, so we were a little short there. And then we were way over our goal on students within post-secondary education. We have to submit that and put it out for public comment. And so that's why I'm talking, that's why we have it for public comment at the board meeting tonight. And if any board members like to say anything, you're welcome, or anybody from the community. So we just really need the board's approval so we can submit that to the state, and then we'll be glad to answer any questions you have. We can do it. We'll have our fall retreat. You'll have time to review that, and we can answer any questions that you would have. Anything, Ms. Milner, that I left out?
Any further discussion? With no further discussion, we will vote. All those in favor of approving the TISA accountability report, please say aye. All of those, please say no. The ayes have it. That report has been approved. The next item on our agenda is public comments on that accountability report. Anybody?
I don't think you need a motion. We just wanted that on the agenda. Also, we're required to put that on our website. I think Dr. Shannon, after you approved it tonight, we will put that on the website. And so the community will have the ability to send an email if they have any comments on the report. And the report will be attached, obviously, to the comment section. Yes, Mark.
How long will it be before you send it to the state?
We have to send it in by November the 1st, so we will leave it up for public comment, and then we will submit it to the state that day.
And they'll have it reviewed.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else? Questions, comments? Okay, the next item on our agenda is the approval of budget resolutions. We have 3. I think that's it.
Move
I think Michelle and Heather have been very nice. Sorry about that. Okay.
Do we have a motion to approve them?
Move to approve as presented.
Motion, we have a second? Oh, somebody second, okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second to approve the budget resolutions. Do you want to comment, Mr. Lawrence?
The first one on the CEO supplement, that is the money that they used to send for the director of schools that they took away for a couple years. And so they they voted to send that back. That does not go extra to my salary. That is, my salary stays what it is in the contract. That's just additional, but that's what that is the director, CEO. And then you can see the TVA grant or gift grant. And then they had to move some money in health services for additional gift services, so they just moved that out of the travel line. And the only thing that would have to go to the commissions is, I think, the TBA, because that would be, well, both, the first two would have to go for the additional funds.
Any further discussion on those? If there is no further discussion, we will vote. Ms. Michelle, will you please call a roll?
Mr. Livingston,
Yeah.
Mr. Winters,
Yes.
Mr. Hyde,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Ms. Arnold. Yes. Mr. Hedge,
Yes.
Mr. Mills,
Yes.
Ms. Douglas.
Yeah.
Mr. Blue,
Yes.
Mr. Thornton,
Yes.
Mr. Hargis.
Yes.
Would anyone like to change their vote? 11 yes.
The budget resolutions have passed. Mr. Florence, Director's report.
She's quick.
Well, first of all, we've got several groups of students that need to be recognized. First of all, I think last couple of weeks ago, the CHS band finished first in all areas in their class. And I think that was in Gibson County, South Gibson. Michelle's a little partial there. But if you haven't heard the band, it is absolutely amazing the job they've done within the last couple of years. So kudos to Elizabeth and the River and the hardworking students. Also, CJH football, I think they lost a couple games, but if you have an opportunity to go out and watch them, much improved. A lot of, the future looks pretty bright. I think they lost to McKinsey and Huntington. I went to both of them. They should probably have a chance to win both. So a lot of good things there. CHS golf team qualified for the region. I think they played Monday, and so their season's over. And then CHS volleyball, which Mr. Blue has a big part of that. They went undefeated in the regular season, and they will be hosting the district tournament this coming Monday and Tuesday at CHS. So congratulations to those. And we just have a lot of good things going on in our schools. So,
Mr. Clark,
yes,
that on Monday is at the higher C, and we have a bye because we were in first place, so it's only Tuesday we'll have it there.
thank you for that, Appreciate that. Congratulations to our junior candidates, Ms. Sanders, Mr. Armstrong, and Mr. Baker. Have some wonderful news that we received at the beginning of the week. Ms. Pam Pettyjohn has been selected as the Tennessee Science Teacher Association's K-4 Science Educator of the Year, and there's only 3 of those in the whole state for each grade level, K-4, 5, 8, and 9, 12. So see Miss Phelps smiling back there. I think her and Miss Christie probably had a little hand in that, but Miss Pam's done a great job in Camden Elementary with that STEAM program, and so that's quite an honor. And Miss Pam and Miss Phelps and Miss Christie will be attending the Tennessee Science Teacher Association's conference later in the month, and they'll be recognized. So if you see Miss Pettyjohn, make sure you congratulate her. More good news. Mr. Phelps in the back, our safety specialist, and Dr. Randy Shannon submitted a TOPS grant for school security. And we received an email a couple of weeks ago that we received $428,363 to upgrade our security system. So, and we didn't hire a grant writer. We had 2 fine ones in the back. So that is a huge deal for our school system. There is a $142,000 match, and we found out this week, Dr. Shannon checked on it, we can use the ESSER funds and our safety grant that we're using, that we've already purchased the equipment to update the high school cameras. That's a little over, almost 130. And they're going to allow us as that match. So we're looking at probably only having used a little less than $15,000 to match that grant, and it's going to make a huge difference in the technology of our camera systems. And we also kept Mr. Phelps and Ms. Phelps on for 3 more years because the grant said we'd go pay our safety specialists in there. So that's kind of an inside joke you see smile. But thank you to Dr. Shannon and Mr. Phelps. That's a huge deal for our community. So thank you for that. To follow that up, Chair Lady, I'm sorry, get better. I just need a voice vote to approve the Sevier County contract through Central Technology. Central Technology has a contract with Sevier County. It's been They passed it in 2020 and they've renewed it each year. And we can piggyback off that to buy the cameras and things. So I think it would be wise to have that in the board minutes to approve that, and a voice vote's fine.
Can you repeat all of
I
that,
can.
exactly how you want it?
And you ready? We just need a motion to approve the Sevier County contract with Central Technology.
You make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second have been given. Any discussion on this? No discussion, we will vote. All those in favor of the Sevier County contract with Central Technology, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. The ayes have it, motion passes.
Next thing, schedule fall planning. I actually put a couple dates in your packet. Well, November the 12th, that's a Tuesday from 1 to 7. Would that work for everyone? And the reason I asked, I met with TLM and Lashley Rich for a couple hours today, and they said they would like to have, October 27th was probably going to be too quick for them to put us a package together for the elementary school like we talked about at the property meeting. So they felt like if they had a couple more weeks, they could give us a lot better proposal. I was talking to Mr. Mills earlier. If you look at the drawing, and I'll be the first to admit, we've been told, but if they can, it's 89,000 square feet, the proposal they give us last spring. Well, even if we add a few more classrooms, which I think we would, if you multiply that by 350 a square, it's not $45 million, it's more like 33. So I think that might bring more discussion to the table, but they're going to bring the proposal and answer any questions you have. And so if November the 12th would work, and then we'll have more on the agenda, Ms. Miller. We feel like we probably have the report card by then. If we don't, we will have information to share that's going to be on the report card. And then it'll be normal 1 to 7. We'll probably eat dinner around 5:30, and try not to stay for that if we need to, we will. But the main thing is I'm going to have TLM and Lashley Rich here start, and then we're going to bring in the Tennessee Municipal to talk about the loans and the rates and how that would work, and give you as a board some really good information about continuing with this project before we meet with the county commission and talk about that. So is November the 12th work for everybody? Okay. All right. We will send that notice out, but we will, November the 12th from 1 to 7. And if you need a letter from me for your work, I don't know, Mr. Blue, if you do, I think your workplace has been pretty, but if you need something, that's enough. Mr. Hedge, I'll write you something if you need it.
Can you schedule rain for that? First rain day, okay. Yeah, get one for tomorrow.
So fall planning is November the 12th. That's a Tuesday. TSBA conference. I had 2 board members that said they wanted to attend. I have registered you. I think you took care of your hotels. It's not too late to register, but it is probably too late to find a hotel close. But if you still want to go, let me know. But I have registered the 2 that told me they would like to attend. The U Trust Appreciation Banquet is Friday, November the 8th at the Loveless Barn. And I do want you to know that they're going to recognize Mr. Cooper.
Yes.
And so if you, Millette and I will probably just drive up. So if you and your spouse or you would like to go, we can carpool from here, and not much over an hour drive to the Loveless. And so, you're welcome to ride with me. We can probably even take the van if we need to, but if you would like to go, I just need to know. I think the deadline is October 15th, so if you know you'd like to go, just let me know. We'd love to have you. It's always it's a great event. It's usually done by 8:30, so you're not getting real late. So just let me know if you'd like to attend. I just found out this week that they were going to be honoring Mr. Cooper.
What day is that?
It is Friday, November the 8th. And then next week, it's fall break, and the central office will be closed as well. Please keep our students and our staff in your prayers next week. Some will be traveling, some will be home waiting for school to start back up, because they'll be glad to get back and see their friends and stuff. But I think everyone is ready for a break. We've had a pretty good start to the school year. Special thanks to our supervisors, our principals, but most of all those teachers and that support staff in there that's doing the real work. And we always talk about the problems, but I always like to finish with, I'm telling you, there's just a lot of good things going on in our schools at this time. We need to get in and focus on them. So with that said, thank you for all you do, and I'm done, Miss Kennan.
Alright. Do we have any visitors before the board? No visitors before the board? The chair will entertain.
I'll say one thing before we get a second.
Yeah, one thing, and I never remind everybody, I forget about that, I'm sorry.
Just real quick, I had a chance to go to another school board meeting last month, and I want to say thank you, Chairwoman John, and you, and Michelle, and everybody that's involved in just bringing this together, and all that y'all do. Our meetings are so smooth, and sometimes we have visitors, but smooth and very well done in a way that's very professional and enjoyable. I want to say that too. So, but thank y'all for all that. Now, second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye.